Hello everyone. Today we would like to share our program focusing on Middlesex girl volleyball team.
For our company access, the organization we work with the Middlesex County College women's volleyball team, which is located in Edison, New Jersey. This team consists of 13 players and 3 coaches. Our main point of contact was the head coach, Christopher Agurto. Through him, we were able to gain permission to work directly with the team. We collect our data through in-person interviews, surveys, and direct communication with both players and coaching staff. This gave us real first-hand insight into how the team communicates and performs, instead of just relying on online information.
Data collection methods. They are currently facing several output problems, including weak communications, inconsistent efforts, and challenges with player commitments. To address these issues, our team designed a 4-week research plan aimed at identifying the root cause and offering realistic solutions. Week 1. Focus on planning. We refined our research goals and analyzed real game statistics to see how these problems show up during matches. Week 2 involved conducting individual interviews with a wider sections of players, including both starters and non-starters, to gathering more balanced perspectives. In week 3, we will review and qualify our collection data to determine exactly how communication breaks down and how effort and commitment impacts performance. Finally, in week 4, we will present our findings back to the players and the coaches, connecting the result to management concepts such as teamwork, communication, and coordination, with the goal of improving both teams' relationships and the overall performance.
So for the background information, this season the team have 13 players and 3 coaches. According to an article written by Jennifer Barsham on Patch.com, Middlesex County College was founded by 1964, and the women's volleyball program has existed since 2012. The school is located at 2600 Woodbridge Avenue in New Jersey, Edison. This background information helps us better understand the size of the organization and the environment in the team is operating in before we analyze their performance and communication as a group.
The output problem. The first one was the communications, the second was the efforts, and the third was commitment. The last one was the improvements.
The first output problem is effort. This is an important aspect that directly affects the team's output. If player effort is down, then the team cannot work together to produce winning games. These 3 main issues will be examined further in the next slide. For the first issue, circumstance like practices versus games can affect the effort output. For example, whether the coach is watching, less effort is produced if the person that holds you accountable isn't watching. And for games, aspects like stress, the importance of the game, or the score, winning or losing by a lot. For the second issue, playing down to a less talented team's level proves that it's not a capability issue, but rather an energy/focus issue, such as focus, like forgetting game basics such as communication, or energy, like urgency or enthusiasm, not being as into the game as they should be. For the third issue, as Coach Christopher believes, the game is 90% mental, so if players lose mental confidence, their effort will drop. This is due to them dwelling on mistakes, preventing improvement, and this mentality can actually spread to other players. The integration with course content that I observed was motivation and the needs hierarchy theory. Both definitions to motivation and needs hierarchy theory are from our course content. As you can see, motivation is a direct cause of the effort one displays. For the needs hierarchy theory, I believe the physiological and safety needs have been achieved. For example, since they already made the team, they have stability. However, I feel they still lack belonging, esteem, and self-actualization, which affects their effort output. For belonging, they may feel that their coaches or teammates don't believe in their skills. For esteem, they may feel inferior with no hope of improvement. For self-actualization, their team standing could be either clear or unclear. Unclarity can cause them to lose their purpose on the team, which creates an effort production issue. And having clarity, a player knowing that they're the best on the team, for example, can lead them to believe that they can display less effort due to this higher standing.
Output solutions and opportunities. Overall, our team has good ideas, but they lack effort. Output is solid and getting there, but it could be more consistent. Small alignment improvements will boost quality. Focusing on clear communication and commitments make our workflow a lot smoother. Communication and commitment strength. Overall, the team responds well overall. Confirming deadlines and expectations, keep them synced. Quick check-ins, like we will talk further on, will help avoid misunderstandings, which is overall good for the success of the team. Topic 2 and positive takeaways. Topic 2 shows teams succeeded with shared mental modules. We have a strong foundation, and a few process tweaks will overall help the results. Clear communication commitments equals more consistent output. Now let's get on with the recommendations. Our recommendations as follows: weekly check-ins, setting small goals every week, and last but least, holding teammates accountable. Our weekly check-ins are very simple. We would have each player check-in, that could consist of writing or just saying a few things about what they did, what they messed up on, and what their reaction was like. The idea is very simple here, but a lot of people don't realize that when they start shutting down or they let hesitation and frustration take over them, it just doesn't affect them but everybody on the court, and that could ruin the whole game. Setting small goals every week. Setting small goals each week, like for effort or communication. Be like, hey, last week I know I really did bad on communicating with my teammates. This week I'm gonna come with a different mindset and communicate properly. Or I'm gonna put in more effort. Or I'm gonna stay more positive. And just have check-ins with coach every week, or assistant coach, anybody who's, helping them. This matters because players kind of like make mistakes over and over again, but there is no follow-up. There is no somebody telling them, hey, you made a mistake, but I need you to clean it up next time. They don't have that person. So having that follow-up and check-ins will make it a whole lot better. And not just, there's successful teams like Duke basketball. They use player cards or Amazon using process boards. So it's just something that everybody can stay responsible and on top of. Holding teammates accountable. The idea is that players across all ability, weaker or stronger, will be paired together to frequently check in on each other during games and practices. Players can carry out daily pre- and post-game or practice check-ins so they can be more spontaneous. If player one notices a shift in their partner's effort, communication, commitment, they can address this behavior shift immediately. Be like, hey, is something going on with you? What's wrong? Like, how's your week? Just having that talk so the other person feels reassured. The logic around this recommendation is that, like I said, they're provided with support from someone. They're like, hey, I'm here with you. Like, we're going through this together. Let us talk about it, or anything like that, so that the teammate is hold it accountable, so that they have somebody to talk to. that is the end. Thank you for taking your time to look at our presentation.